And I know you can't disclose specific conversations because you represent Diddy, but can you give us a sense of the fear factor here on his part? Because they did attempt to shank him already. He knows
on, but we'll get the last laugh. It's a jail call. I don't know how you ain't got that, but that's crazy.
Diddy's lawyer has revealed that his life could be in serious danger if he ends up in prison. Things are not looking good for him, and he may face a lot of trouble while behind bars.
Are you concerned Diddy Combs could be assaulted, violently assaulted? Because based on what was said in court, it feels like a thing.
Say one thing to him. In all honesty, don't drop the soap.
When Diddy's lawyer, Mark Geragos, spoke on the Two Angry Men podcast with Harvey Levin, he was very honest about what prison could be like for Diddy. He said Diddy wouldn't be treated like a regular inmate, he's considered a high-value target. Geragos also shared that someone had already tried to attack Diddy at the Metropolitan Detention Center, but the guards stopped it just in time.
Diddy is going to spend definitely 2+ years in a federal prison. I just want to lay this out right now. He is a target because they talked about this in court. They said somebody tried to shank him already, and that he is a big target. Are you concerned that Sean Diddy Combs could be violently assaulted? Is that a thing? Because based on what was said in court, it feels like.
Yeah, it clearly is a thing. I mean, they're already, and he did not want to make a big deal of it. They already tried to shank him once at the MDC, and that was thwarted. And it happens in prison. I mean, you and I could tick off how many times we are aware of somebody getting seriously injured or killed in prison. And so they're going to have to keep him somewhere that they can keep an eye on.
Geragos said he hasn't talked to Diddy since the sentence was given, but he believes it won't be long before the reality of prison life hits him. Right now, Diddy might be trying to stay strong, but being in prison will be a big change, especially for someone who's used to being in control of everything. Gene Deal also mentioned in the past that Diddy is attracted to men, and now that could cause problems for him in prison.
Previously talked about how much Diddy likes men, and now it seems that could work against him in prison.
Isn't any truth to him being fruity?
I don't know what you mean by really, do I see this man being fruity? Does a man like other men? I think he's brother love. He loves other men.
In fact, Wack 100, a music executive with inside information, claims that Diddy might have already taken part in those kinds of activities by choice. He also says that one of Diddy's jail phone calls was connected to it.
He has a boyfriend right now in jail. What do you think?
I believe Puffy may have engaged in some activity.
Right. They say the inmates, they fight each other over the right to make his bed in the morning.
Anybody doing that is participating in the activity. If that's true, like, I don't know. I don't think Puffy would have to say that. But what do you think about that phone call?
Which one?
With him and his son.
Nah, I didn't hear it.
What, you didn't, come on.
Nah, I didn't hear it. But which phone call?
Who does your research for you? Just you?
Nah, I got an assistant.
Yeah, you need to talk to him.
Okay.
The prison called him and his son when he's talking about, is Jay-Z getting back to you? Not responding. Then he said, okay. Everybody out there quiet all of a sudden, huh? He said, yeah, he said, don't worry about it. He said, yo, such and such want to know what to do about his card note. He told him, yo, man, tell him to go host a show or something. Don't he see what I'm dealing with? He said, but everybody's getting their laughs on, but we'll get the last laugh. It's a jail call. I don't know how you ain't got that, Vlad.
Sure. Please go ahead and share the jail call or the details from it, and I can help explain or summarize it for you.
What up? How you listen? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright? I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. Hey, this motherfucker doing it. Everything's sweet now because I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Everybody out there quiet as a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
About all these lawsuits though, Pop.
Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Put some money.
One surprising detail was that Diddy had planned to give a public speech the Monday after his sentencing, almost like he thought he'd be walking free. Even Harvey Levin was shocked and said it showed how out of touch Diddy and his team were. It seemed like they were in denial about what was really happening. Behind the scenes, things weren't going well either. Geragos hinted that Diddy's legal team was disorganized, with too many lawyers, different strategies, and no clear direction. He tried to keep things on track, but it was obvious the team wasn't working well together.
Can't disclose specific conversations because you represent Diddy, but can you give us a sense of the fear factor here on his? They did attempt to shank him already. He knows he's a target. Now he knows that he faces upwards of 2 years, with credit and all. But is he freaked out?
Well, I haven't talked to him since the sentence. I know in talking to him for innumerable times that, I would not say he's operating from a place of fear, although he was during the trial, as all defendants are, fearful. Nobody goes into a trial. Anybody who tells you they're not afraid is lying through their teeth. But I think post-trial, he's acquitted himself well and was preparing himself for this. Obviously, I've got a lot to say about the sentence, but in terms of the fear factor, I think it's going to set in. I think over the next week, you're going to see him make some moves. And when I say make some moves, there's things you can do to try to figure out where and what you should do in terms of housing.
So the judge gave him 50 months. And
5-0. 5-0.
And where he served 13, and when you look at the 15% credit, it's going to be 2 years and change that he's going to actually have to serve. Got to ask you something about something that happened in court today. And we talked a lot about this on the live stream. And I couldn't believe my ears that Diddy booked a speech for Monday. When I heard that, I thought, when the prosecution said hubris, it's like, oh yeah, the judge is going to let me out. It's no big deal. It was shocking to me that he would do something like that. It just seemed as tone deaf as just about anything I've heard in a long, long time.
It's interesting. There's been a lot of things, and obviously because I'm involved, I don't want to second guess. I don't want to lay blame. I might do that next week. But a lot of times you find people in these situations, and high-profile people make decisions that aren't the best. And I think amongst them, I know that they tried to clean it up in courtroom afterwards. Who knows the real backstory here? All I know is that I think he is earnest, he being Sean, about wanting to better himself. I think the prosecution's kind of gambit, if you will, by asking for 135 months, basically just, between 11 and 12.
Mark Geragos, the lawyer Diddy hired to defend him, seems to be the only one who truly believes Diddy wants to change and improve himself. However, others who have been speaking out about his alleged crimes for years, like Jaguar Wright, aren't convinced. She continues to talk about the people Diddy has supposedly used and abandoned, and she's encouraging them to speak up. Recently, she mentioned a man who was allegedly mistreated by Diddy, and she claims she has proof of what happened.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah. Port of Wayne County. Ask me why that means anything.
Please, if you don't mind.
Well, see, it has to do with this case. back in 1998. It's so funny that you said rappers from back then, back in the late 90s, and they did this and they did that. It's funny. Two different names, same case file. Nobody bothered to pay attention. This was filed on May 2nd, 1998. The defendant's name is Derek Lee Cordello Smith. Have you ever heard that name before?
No. Please.
He's a victim of Sean Combs. This is an exhibit. Commitment of sentence to the Corrections Department for offense of criminal sexual conduct, 3rd degree, as conditioned primary offense. Wayne County Medical Examiner's autopsy report, which would be the autopsy report of Carl Bishop, an actual kit, a grape kit, and the materials contained were of the victim and the defendant. The incident report identifying Sean Combs as the assault suspect. Well, do you understand what that means?
Hey.
Do you understand what that means? What I'm holding right here in my hand in this device that I uploaded for protection of the records. See, while everybody was busy watching that sham of a sham or whatever that was supposed to be to make people think that that guy actually was finally handled up on in some way, shape, or form, God was busy making sure that these very real findings came to me. Do you see what I'm telling you?
No, definitely.
There's a great kid. And the diddler is the assailant. His DNA found inside a man.
For someone like Diddy, who built his empire on control, power, and maintaining a strong image, the next few years will be very different. He'll be under strict control, something he's never had to deal with before. The big question now is, can he handle it and make it through? Let us know what you think in the comments.